What's happening, people? Welcome back to my channel. Hope everyone's good. Hope you've had a good week so far. But let's talk, man. We need to talk about Mesut Ozil. Now, I was pleasantly surprised on my last live stream that I did on deadline day when so many people in the comments were, keen on getting Ozil back in the squad, especially because we signed Partey and it was like getting back in that midfield. And it was an option that a lot of fans were open to. But now the news surfaced yesterday, I was talking about it again today, that Mesut Ozil, along with Saliba, Socrates, and Martinelli, have not been named in a 25-man squad for the Europa League games this season. Now, I said in my last live stream, because everyone kept asking about him, I said, well, he hasn't played in the Prem yet. Can't even remember the last time he did. I think it might have been against West Ham one time, but I don't even remember. Hasn't played in the Premier League, hasn't played in the Carabao Cup. So I thought to myself, all right, maybe we'll use him for Europa League because he's there, he's available, we're paying him. And the fact that he hasn't been included in this squad just leads me to wonder, like, I said it before, I even said it at the end of last season, because everyone's always saying Mesut Ozil's name, even when he's not playing. And I said, we're not going to see him in an Arsenal shirt again. We're not going to see him play. But then he played against Aston Villa, but behind closed doors. So I was a bit like, okay, this don't make sense. But I'm not confident that this man's ever going to be in an Arsenal shirt again. What are you guys telling me? Because we need to talk about this. Sorry, I'm just seeing the comments now. What's everyone saying? Yo, AZR. Oh, okay. Enomfon. Sammy says Ozil needs to leave. Now, is that the thoughts of everyone here? Yes, Mr. Arsenal Big Podcast. Big up yourself. Big up everyone. Yes, Ben, T, King, Julius. How's everyone doing? He's a great individual, but man, he's been trash for us on the pitch for years. Is trash a bit of an overstatement, though? Is that because we put him here and now it's hard to, live up to that standard because he's not at that level no more? Has he been trash? I think trash is an overstatement. That's an overstatement. He hasn't been as good as he was when he first joined, that's for sure, but I wouldn't call him trash. And of course, the assists and the goals and whatever else is going to decrease because his appearances have decreased. So you can't get the same stats you were getting when you was playing, let's say, 30 games a season when you're now playing 12 games a season. It's not going to be the same. Yes, Stricto, in the building.
Yo, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Fresh earpods and that AirPods. Sorry, rich man. We're talking about Ozil, man. We need to talk about this.
Hold on, let me see. Try to see if they hold on 1 second. Excuse. Okay, yeah, okay, yeah. You can hear me nice and clear. Yeah?
I can hear you clearly, yeah. Apparently, Kolasinac was also being redundant, and Ozil decided to pay his wages. That's got to be banter. That's not facts. That's not facts, Tashi. Man's paying everyone's wages. I don't believe you.
Ozil, look my way, innit? Look my way. This has been
so Pacheco says the squad is only for the group stages, I think, but I don't think that's correct. I think once you name a squad for a competition, that's the squad for the whole competition.
Yeah, it is for the whole competition.
Yeah, so the fact that he's not going to feature for the rest of the season in anything now, to me, it's clear that he's not going to feature in any games, not Premier League, not Carabao Cup, not nothing.
The club, are now making it clear that you can do what you want, you can run down your contract, we don't care. As a footballing reason, as a commercial and the image of the club, you are not playing for this club ever again. Yeah. The final nail in the coffin was the whole mascot thing and offering to pay.
You think that was the final nail in the coffin? The news came straight after, innit?
Wait, now look at it. After that, they've left, like I said to you, they've left him out of the Europa squad. Like I said to you the other day. So that was the final nail in the coffin because Ozil knows what he's doing. He knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
And yet he still persists to keep doing it. He could have just stayed quiet.
What's he doing? What do you mean he knows what he's doing?
All right, cool. Let me lay it to you like this, yeah. So when obviously this is my opinion, when the furlough thing when the club said they was gonna make a few of the non-playing staff furlough.
Yeah.
Ozil came out, didn't want to take the pay cut, so to speak, and he went on to say it publicly, which you don't. From the club's stance, it's not something that you go out and do publicly. Like, you can
Yeah,
say it
true.
to the club.
And he doesn't do many interviews as well.
He doesn't do interviews, and it wasn't like it was even leaked. It was something he went out and said, like, boom, I'm not doing it. And then when the non-playing staff was made redundant, he came out and said again, this is why I didn't do it. Again, making the club look bad. So these aren't things that have been leaked. These are things that Ozil has come out by himself and put out there, making it look like he's in the good and they're the bad.
It's hard to figure out what his angle is, because it's like, does he want sympathy, or is he trying to start a war with the club? Because it's true what you're saying, when he comes out and says these things, even though he's trying to make himself look good and, I don't know, rebuild his brand or whatever he's doing.
And I agree with Ozil's stance. I agree with what Ozil's doing, in the sense that I agree with the moral point of what Ozil's doing. Do you understand? Like, you can't. How can the non-playing staff? We're earning how much is this club generating a profit? Do you know what I'm saying? I bought 3 of the kits this season, the home away and the third kit. Like, plenty of people have done that. Plenty of people have bought merchandises, whatever, and yet you're telling us you're gonna make some people redundant. How crazy is that?
Yeah, it don't make no sense.
It don't make no sense. Top of that, we're still buying players and we're still paying wages of a high amount of wages. What do you mean you can't pay the little people them, their money? I totally agree with Ozil, but when you look at it from a business point of view, as a business, as an operation, Ozil's pulling against the tide deliberately. And again, from Arsenal's point of view, I understand.
Why? I mean, you can understand from both point of views, but where do we go from here? Do you get it? Like, I can understand why Mesut Ozil's doing what he's doing, because it makes sense. Why would I take a pay cut when you're not? It doesn't look like you're handling business properly. Where's my money going? That you're taking money from me. And an Arsenal standpoint, it's like, I think their standpoint is a bit more extreme, because it's like, oh, why should we play you when you're talking bad about the club? But
yeah, because
you've got to separate the two problems.
No, not really, because a lot of Ozil's, well, I don't know the structure of his wages, but I imagine there's some playing incentive in his bonuses, like in his wages, like, maybe appearance bonus, assist bonus, goal bonus. If you don't play him, he doesn't get those bonuses.
That's what I think. That's the main thing. They don't want to give him the add-ons and the bonuses and whatever else.
So that
he's gone.
Again, you have to understand from the club's point of view. So again, that's a punishment.
Is your connection all right there?
That's a financial punishment. If I put, my thing's frozen and I can't even see my screen. Hold on. Yeah, do you get what I'm saying? Like, so they are punishing him. They're punishing him, and boy, I think if I ran a business, I'd be on the same thing as them.
I get it's a business, but at the same time, it's a football club where the fans are the main stakeholder, the main priority, fans. So if fans, well, to be honest, in this chat, there's a lot of fans saying Ozil out, but there's still fans that say Ozil should be playing, especially in the Europa League.
Here's the thing, yeah, and this is the thing why the club they're probably in a better place than Ozil, because we are currently winning. We are winning games, and we are not losing games. So the whole where's Ozil is not as loud. Do you understand? But the moment we start losing, or the moment things aren't going right, then the strong hand is back to Ozil again. Do you get it? So the club are at this precise moment right now, the club's winning, because it's like, well, we don't need Ozil because we're clearly winning games, we're clearly scoring goals. Do you know what I'm saying? So,
but it's clear to see from any pundit, any commentator, any fan, any spectator of the game can see that in certain games, the games do lack creativity, and Aouar is a player we wanted to go after, but Mesut Ozil in the past has proven that he's a creative player. Yeah, it's fair to say we don't know if he's still up to that standard anymore, but he's a player that is available to do that, and we're already paying him big money.
Yeah, yeah, and but at the end of the day, they're trying to prove that the club is bigger than the player.
Yeah, but
That's
he's
what
trying to prove that he's also as big. Not obviously not bigger than a club. He can never be bigger than a club. But he's also what he's doing is basically saying I'm a big deal as well, and I can handle business this way for that gesture that he did for Jerry, the mascot. That alone is showing that how big he is his stature, like he can do something like that. And
yeah,
and to
but
be fair, when it was announced that players needed to take pay cuts, the first thing fans said was, "Oh, why take pay cuts? Get Ozil to pay all the 55 redundancies." There's like, "Oh, get Ozil to pay it. He's on 350k a week. Why can't he save these people's jobs?" And now look, he's doing what fans were mocking him for, and he's done it. And now he's still getting ridiculed and still getting dropped out of the squad for whatever reason.
yeah, I mean, like Ozil will always be the fall guy in it. Like unfortunately that's a cross he's got to carry in it. But but another thing is the whole Jerry stunt. He could have done that privately if
Yeah,
he
that
really was
was a bit
about
weird. Yeah.
if he really was about making sure Jerry got paid. He could have just
Mm.
hit up Jerry privately and maybe got Jerry to say it. But you got to remember, Jerry's thing at the moment is just a temporary thing until fans get back into the stadiums. We don't know how long that's going to take, but the club did say that it's just because obviously, what's the point of being a mascot when there's no one or no kids to entertain at this
Yeah, of
present
course.
moment? Do you understand? So business-wise, it makes sense. So it wasn't like a
Yeah.
permanent action. We were just saying that, look, until everyone comes back into the stadium, just chill. And I'm sure they would have given him something to chill off.
But
Like a little.
I can say the same thing about that. You're saying Mesut Ozil didn't need to go public and say that he's paying Jerry's wages, but I don't feel like Arsenal needed to go public with that information because right now no one's worrying about mascots. That's the last thing on any football
No,
fan's
but I
mind.
don't think.
We're not thinking, oh, what's going to happen to the mascot now? There's no fans in the stadium.
No,
That
but
shouldn't have been news
it's
in
the
the first place.
newspapers. It's the newspapers that took it out. I don't think it's the club. The club don't want to never put themselves in a bad light. It would have been the press and the media. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And Özil hasn't helped to manage that. And that's why the club are vexed because it's like, raw, you've come out publicly to say this, like, and then even said, "Oh, will I get some game time now if I pay his wages?" Do you know what I'm saying? So he's now
He
changing
didn't
them.
really say that though. He basically said, "Look, I will pay his wages as long as I'm an Arsenal fan." So that's basically till the end of the season.
As long as I'm an Arsenal player, can I play? He said something like that. Hold
Oh,
on, let me,
no, that's not the tweet that I saw.
Unless hold on, let me.
That's not the
I,
tweet that I saw.
I have to look for it, but I'm sure I read something along those lines. I might not be quoting it 100%.
I'll even
Um,
share the tweet on the screen. 1 second, let me grab that for
I
you.
can't even see the screen. Like I want to kind of
Oh,
come off the screen because it's frozen.
so all this time you can't see nothing?
Now I can only see a handsome picture of me in it, just
Oh,
frozen.
please. You're not serious, man.
If I don't say
Hold
it,
on.
who's gonna say it?
Let me
Can you find the tweet?
bring the tweet up for anyone that hasn't seen it.
Hold on, let me go.
Mesut Ozil's Twitter account. And I'm sure you've all seen this tweet by now, but I'll bring it up for you right here. 1 second. Sorry, guys. Oh, I didn't even realize he's left. Man just ducked out. And Chins, if you're still in the chat, I sent you an invite to the stream, by the way. So check your WhatsApp. Right. Well, he's gone, but for anyone else that hasn't seen it, which I'm sure you probably have by now, this is the tweet. He didn't say nothing about can I play. He just said, I was so sad that Jerry, aka a famous loyal mascot, Garnosaurus, an integral part of our club, was being made redundant after 27 years. As such, I'm offering to reimburse Arsenal. So not Jerry, they're going to reimburse Arsenal. So he's going to give money back to Arsenal, which is strange because Arsenal give him bare money. So he's just going to give him back some with the full salary of our being big green guy, as long as I will be an Arsenal player. So it doesn't say anything there about as long as I get to play. He's just saying as long as I'm still here, as long as I still work for this club, and as long as I still have a salary from this club, I will pay Jerry's salary. Ben, sorry, you asked me a question. Why is Gabby not in Europa League squad? I'm shocked about that one as well, but they can only name 25 players. I need to confirm who the 25 players is because I think Callum Chambers is even still in there, which is anyway, I just think because Martinelli's not fit until January, it's a few games that he's going to miss out on. But I'm quite shocked about that as well, man. Are you back? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm back. I'm
There you
back. So
go.
you
There's
got
the
the tweet
tweet.
up
Can you
here.
see the tweet?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I was so sad that Jerry Ake, our famous mascot, Gunnosaurus, an integral part of the club, being made redundant after 27 years. Da-da-da-da-da.
So where does
As
it say
long
as long
as
as I can play?
okay, no, as long as I'll be an Arsenal player. Okay, cool. I mean,
Yeah.
that's what. Yeah.
So Talent Chippery says Ozil was a great player, but I don't think he suits Arteta's way of playing. Not surprised he is in the squad. Man is done. Well, what's wrong with his style of play? I don't remember
It's
Arteta's
not
played
that. It's
with him
nothing to do
before.
with that. It's nothing to do with that. Like I said,
Mm,
it's not a football thing because Arteta would choose him all day long. Do you know what I'm saying? Arteta would pick him over what we have in that creative role right now, or at least
mm,
would like to have the option to choose him. Do you know what I'm saying? Like he could pick and choose between him, Willian, um Ceballos. Like he would at least want to have that option with Ozil.
yeah.
It's not a football. This is not football. This is purely the politics of the office, innit? The office politics. Do you know
Mm.
what I mean? This is not.
But what
This
a
is
fall
not.
from grace, though. How can you go from being the guy that assisted bare Ronaldo's and Benzema's goals to one of the biggest transfer announcement signings at Arsenal, to being the assist king in the Premier League in what 2014 or 2015, to now not even being sat on the bench, not even included in the squad? Like, I think it's mad
Yeah, I
disrespectful.
think
I get it from different angles. I can understand it from different points of views, but at the same time, it's like put a bit of respect on his name. Yeah, he hasn't played to the standard that he did when he first joined, but you got to realize he's playing with, when he first joined, who was he with? Giroud and who? Can't even
yeah,
remember 2011.
Giroud.
But then, but then there was
Yeah,
times when he was playing with Santi. There was times he was playing with Alexis Sanchez. Do you get it? There was times where he had better players around him to create. And then in recent years, who's been in the midfield with him? Granit Xhaka,
I
Torreira.
think. Yeah, I mean,
Not
over
to say
the,
they're
the
not good enough, but he said you can't just put a blame on him. What's around him as well?
yeah, no, you're right. You're right. And I was having this. It was funny actually. Before you hit me up, me and my brethren were talking about it, and they were kind of like, "Hold on, well, look what Shaka did." And Shaka hasn't really, Shaka hasn't really caught the heat like how
Mm.
Urs is catching. And I was said to him because what Shaka did, he lost his captaincy in it. Like that was probably his most pride, most yeah. You're the captain of Arsenal. Like you
Mm.
don't get any bigger reward from a club than a club saying that, look, we recognize you as a leader. Here you are,
Yeah,
lead these guys, and he lost that. Do you get it?
yeah.
So like Ozil's thing is a shame because he's one of our long. He's been there long now, isn't it? Like about 6 years, 7 years now. Ozil's been there.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's
Seven
he's the
years.
longest serving. He's the longest serving player.
One of. Oh, wait.
No, he is. He is
Oh yeah, sure. No, there's
because
got to be someone else.
Martinez.
Oh yeah,
Martinez is
Martinez is
gone.
gone now.
Yeah, Martinez is gone. So he's the longest serving player. Fact.
I don't believe you.
And no one, and neither him or the club are giving each other that respect of like, yo, hold on. But clearly his advisors don't care about the Arsenal PR machine. They don't give two fucks about it.
Oh
So
look,
they just,
look. Even Snish now said Özil should have contacted the club before announcing his charity stuff, and I couldn't agree more with you. It's nice that you've done the charity, but for you to put it out there publicly in front of merely, do you know what's mad? That
mhm.
tweet. Let me bring the tweet back up again. That tweet got more retweets and stuff than the Thomas Partey announcement.
That is mad.
Let me check. I might even bring them both up at the same time. So his tweet, yeah, when he said he's going to pay Jerry's wages, that got what? Hold on, let me remove this comment. 87,000 retweets and 433,000 likes. It might have changed by now, but let me check. How many tweets flipping Thomas Partey's announcement was? Oh, I'm bare baiting up my stuff. Let me not do that. Hold on a second.
See, I hold on. The
What, are you
only way
playing?
I can see, the only way I
What?
can see the screen because the screen's frozen again. So I have to actually
What
watch the
going
thing
through? What
live.
phone have you got?
It's flipping 20.
No way, that says a lot, you know.
Samsung mocking me out here.
Right. Where's Arsenal's tweet about Thomas Partey? I bet someone's found it before me, but bear with me, guys, man. Wait there. Where's the announcement tweet, man? Yeah, it got way more. Oh no, sorry, that's the Neo's thing, my bad. All right, it still got more. Right, let me share the screen now. So
It
if
was
you
the
take
same
a
day,
look,
innit? It was the same day, innit?
it was pretty much just, it was the same day. Mesut
Yeah,
Ozil's
the same
happened in
day.
the morning, this happened in the evening. Look at the likes compared. So 181,000 likes, 71,000 retweets. That's for the announcement of our new player. Mesut Ozil tweets about paying someone's wages. Look at the difference. There's
Yeah,
even
that's
more
mad.
quote tweets. 30,000 quote tweets. This one got 21,000. Now,
That's mad.
someone said in the comments, this is exactly what he wants. We've been talking about Ozil since the end of the transfer. My God, I don't know. I don't know if that's what he wants. I mean, of course, people are going to talk about stuff like this, though.
No, but to a degree, that person's right because the attention is back on Özil, and the attention is back on the club and Özil.
Yeah.
You know. I don't think it's Özil, and it's Özil's representative.
Sorry, let me get through some of the comments. I don't want to feel like I'm
But they're
ignoring
all
anyone.
playing a game. They're all playing a game, innit?
Yeah.
They're both playing a game, and every game you play has a desired outcome. You know how you want it to finally end.
Playing a game of chess, not checkers.
Not to play, the smart play, the fools play checkers, the smart play chess. That Papu said. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's what they did, and neither one of them, or should I say Özil for sure, he's not caring about Arsenal's image as a business or as a club right now. He's not. He's not.
So
100%. He's not.
Saya AM says, for me, I appreciate what Ozil has done for the club with 2 FA Cups, but Ozil now is not the same Ozil when he first arrived at Arsenal. It's time to move on. Yeah, I get that, but he's only a year left. We know that he can't leave right now. So my point is just use him while he's still here. What is the point of freezing him out from every single game?
But see, Jack Wilshere, Danny Welbeck, they both.
Big man, your connection's a bit mad.
To be fair, I would die if I'm getting 350 bags clean.
Say that again.
Wilshere and Welbeck, they had their contracts mutually terminated by their respective clubs.
Yeah.
Why can't Ozil do that? I mean, you know for a fact you're not going to play again. You know for a fact. He knows he's not going to feature again.
Yeah.
They've made that clear as from yesterday when the Europa squad thing was announced. You are not playing again.
I don't know.
Why don't you say, you know what? Let's mutually end my contract. Let me take 75% and bounce.
Well, clearly there must be a clause in the contract that Wenger wrote up or when the board wrote up around that time he got it renewed, because if that was an option, I'm sure Arsenal would have done that by now, because clearly they don't want
it has to be mutual. It has to be two ways.
But here's the thing, in that interview that we spoke about, he clearly said that he's not going anywhere. He said he's going to play here and he's going to stay here until his contract ends. He said that clearly in that big statement. So there's going to be no mutual agreement of him leaving to go anywhere. He don't mind sitting at home playing Fortnite or handling his charities or whatever it is that the media says he does when he's not playing. He'll do that on his 18 mil?
Jesus.
I could be wrong.
I don't blame him, you know. I don't blame him. I don't blame him.
Put yourself in this situation, yeah. Imagine you're at work. Imagine, let's say you have an office job, yeah, and you hate the job and your job hates you, but your contract says your contract ends in 2021. Yeah. But someone else has come to replace you to do all the paperwork or whatever it is you do in that office. But you still got a contract that pays you. Are you going to leave your job on mutual agreement? Or are you going to collect your money every month?
Of course not. But
That's
my
a
thing is
question for
different
everyone
though.
watching as well. If you was in that situation,
My
are you going
thing,
to collect your continue to collect your paychecks, or are you going to leave?
but I think it's different. These men are rich. These men are rich. Like
Mm,
these men are rich. Like I don't think it matters to them. Like the money like that. If a man's on 50K a year
yeah.
or 40 grand a year
Mm.
to sit in an office job he don't like, and then he can sit at home and collect that 40 grand a year. Yeah, you'll do that all day long. But once you're rich, I don't really think it really is a big difference. It matters.
What do you
You
mean?
get
Of
me?
course it matters. Even when you're rich,
Nah,
yeah, because they can remember
I,
their career's short. What's he gonna do in the next 10 years? He's got money
what you
now,
think?
but unless he's making smart investments, which I'm sure he is. I'm sure he's got a good PR team. It seems. I'm sure he's got a good accountant team too. But like, remember, footballers' careers are short, yeah, and their expenses are a lot more than ours. He could be. I
I don't
remember
know.
I was talking to one footballer, and he lived by himself. And do you know how much he told me his rent was? 7,500 a week.
Yeah,
A
but that's
week.
silly. But
But that's
that's
because
silly.
they live in those big houses with the security because they need that. Because when you're a high profile player, you're not going to live in a normal house down on the high street with residents. You're going to live on a street with residents, but it's going to be gated community. Do you get it? That's where they live in these type of places.
Yeah, but like Özil ain't that guy in it. Özil's not going broke this lifetime. You'd have to
Oh,
give away all his money. You'd have to give away all his money to go broke. He's not going broke this lifetime. This guy's been at Real Madrid. Yeah, this guy isn't not saying it's impossible, but he's been at Real Madrid getting top dollar. He's come to Arsenal getting top dollar. Not
mhm.
to talk about his transfer fees, not to talk about the bonuses, not to talk about a pit. Nah, he's not going broke anytime soon, is what I'm trying to say. But a man who's on 40 bags a year,
Mm.
and if, like like look at coronavirus blow in the wrong direction, and already you, you're financially in a bad place.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm trying to say? But I'm saying like people like who are rich. I don't really think losing a year's contract makes a big difference to them.
Bro, money
Really.
is money. Like, I think it makes any difference no matter how much you earn. Like, you've got accountancy books that you got to keep up with, and outgoings are always still going to be outgoing. So you've got to worry about your incomings too, because they're still going to be mad. You don't know how many. We know that he pays bare charities. We don't know how many family members he looks. Because I've seen him, after games before a few years ago. I've seen him leaving his big Lamborghinis, no, not Lamborghini, big Mercedes trucks, and then his friends are behind him, 2, 3 cars deep, big cars too. I'm thinking, what jobs do you have? Or is Mesut Ozil pay for them cars? That's just an example. You don't know who else's lifestyle he's paying for, what family's paying for in Turkey or Germany or wherever. And then all these outgoings. So we can't just look at someone else's pockets and think, oh, you'll be all right because you earn 350K a week. Because if I earn 350K a week, I'll be fine. I wouldn't be living in my house. I'll be living in a bigger house. Do you know what I mean? I won't be fine because I would be spending more.
No, I get what you're saying, but all I'm ultimately trying to say is when you're a year to cut off the ties a year early, it's not really gonna affect you. Do you know what I'm saying? And
Mm,
Ozil will find another club. Like whether or not he'll be on the same wages again, that's
no,
debatable. But
no
he
chance.
would go to another club,
But
100%.
he's had offers for bigger money in the UAE and in China. Oh, no, where was it? He had big offer, but it wasn't spoken
Yeah,
about enough.
big offers, but you don't know again the incentives that he's got with Arsenal. Because
Mm.
if he had big offers, he would fly out. He would go.
Well, he hasn't got
You know
that
what I'm
much
saying?
incentive for Arsenal now because even Adidas dropped him, and Adidas is one of the
See,
main sponsors for Arsenal.
and he might just like living in London. Like he might just be really settled here. Like,
Hmm.
and maybe you can't put a price on that. He might just like he just had a baby.
Hmm. Just got
You know what
married.
I'm saying? He just got married, so maybe he likes London. So
Hmm.
there's not really a price you can pay him to go abroad. These men are rich. Like them things there don't really, like I said, don't really change for
Who's
them like
who
that.
Spurs is number 10 right now? Forget Deli Ali and them. Who Spurs is number 10?
Spurs is number 10.
Because I wouldn't be surprised if he just ducked out and went to Spurs for all the pain that Arsenal's putting him
Whoa,
through. I wouldn't.
whoa,
That would be the big. That would be the big headline, seeing as he likes headlines so much. Apparently, according to you guys, he
whoa.
wants to be spoken about. That would be the big headline when Mesut Ozil ducks out to the other club in North London and said, "You know what? Arsenal treat me dirty. Let me go play Champions League over there."
Now that he would really, really turn the fans. That
The
would be
fans
him
have turned
done.
against him already. The majority of fans have turned against him already. So at this point, does he care?
Now the fans they turn against him yet until he
A
goes
lot.
Tottenham.
Let me read through some of the comments.
No, no,
Hold on.
no, no. That's we're just
All
yeah.
right, Patrick says we have to start realizing we are a Champions League sized club who has been in the Europa for 3 to 4 years, and we need to trim down the club to be able to compete again. Sorry, I'm really behind. Let me get through some comments. Kamal says Özil should leave in January so that fans can stop slating him. See, fans slate him already. So if he goes to one rival, don't be surprised. He was meant to go Man United a couple of years. He stayed loyal. He stayed down for whatever reason, but maybe it's because there's something in his contract that he's enjoying. Because even now he ain't trying to leave. Is it JVR or Javier says, I think Ozil has his own agenda. The club is tired of it. Kamal, on the other hand, says, I feel sorry for Ozil. Snishal says, why would we pay add-on bonuses for a guy who is not fighting for the badge anymore? Whoa, I'm super behind. I'm so sorry, guys. Let me just scroll down. Nah, Networth said the Arsenal women team can sign Ozil. You're not serious. Fly King says, Pippa, this is a team sport. One bad apple spoils the bunch. He is being individualistic. But who told you this? How is he being that? Because from the training videos that I have seen, the little snippets that they do include him for 1 second in, I see him there walking along with Aubameyang, Lacazette, David Luiz. They all look like everything's good. It looks like good vibes. So who told you he's a bad apple? How can we believe what the media is saying? Because I've met Ozil personally, and obviously I can't vouch for what he's like in the change room and what he's like in his daily life, but he's one of the most nicest, humblest guys I've met in this footballing world. So I don't get what this bad apple thing comes from. Pips, but Ozil doesn't have to tweet it and mock Arsenal. Do you think the tweet was to mock Arsenal?
Of course, 100%. What do you mean? Of course it was.
Yeah.
Of course it was. And you got to remember, yeah, it's not Arsenal like the football team, it's the PLC or the LTD, whatever they are. That's the board, the people that make the decision. Do you know what I'm saying? That's who he's mocking.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, you can't differentiate the two because they're both Arsenal as far as everyone else is concerned. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's what he's done, and he's deliberately done that. He's not. It hasn't been leaked. It wasn't leaked. It was something he did from his own personal verified account.
Yeah.
Of course. He's and I get like I said in the beginning, like what he's doing from a moral standpoint is commendable. Like, you're gonna pay the wages, But if you look deeper into it, if it was really about morals and you mean it, then you go private. You don't announce it. Like, if you really cared, but he's weaponizing Jerry's situation for his advantage, for his good. That's what he's doing. Let's not kid ourselves.
What if, and this is a big what if, because this might sound stupid, but it happens in the working environment all the time. What if he contacts the right people, he emails and makes phone calls to say these things and he don't get a response? Because there's been bare times I've had to work with big brands or companies and we'll be talking and they just don't respond to my email and I just think, well, you're rude. They might be airing him. They could be, as he probably thought, right, I'll go to Twitter because you'll see it that way. You're going to hear me today. You know?
It's possible. But Ozil, I don't think, but Ozil, let's be honest again, can get about doing things without doing that. He's such a big guy, like that he can, if he wanted to go and talk to the club or wherever he needed to talk to, he can get across to them without it being public. That's a fact. That is, no one can't tell me anything. He's not no little boy. He's not no just broke into the team guy. He's Mesut Ozil, like Germany's Mesut Ozil.
Yeah.
You know, and Mesut Ozil, if you look at it as well, this isn't a new situation for him. Like, he's gone through this with the German team, the German Federation, should I say. Like, he tends to kind of get himself or, not toe the line. And when you don't toe the line with certain big companies, big organizations, they will do certain things to you. Do you know what I'm saying? They will freeze you out, irrespective of who you are.
Yeah. Well, Patrick is saying, are you telling me you guys would rather play Ozil than Emil Smith Rowe in the Europa League? One will leave at the end of the season, but the other one could improve and become a vital part of the squad, which is true. We spoke about this the other night, which I hope Emil Smith Rowe has been included in. I know he's injured at the moment, but I hope he's been included in the. Let me try and find the squad actually. Do you see the comments at all?
Yeah, I can see it, but I'm seeing it not on our screen. I'm seeing it.
Oh.
So I'm watching us.
Let me.
So that's Patrick Sigurdsson.
Yeah.
Sigurdsson.
I'll try and get up the squad for you. But in the meantime, I really need to catch up on the comments. I might have to skip some because I'm bare behind. Sorry. Dia Dean says paying Jerry's salary is equivalent to taking a pay cut, and he shrugs his shoulder, which is true. Pippa, mascot not important for now. The important thing is winning football and process. Ozil is not the same now than he first arrived at Arsenal. Fair enough. Didier says Arsenal to sign Said Ben Rama in the next few days. I know that because I made the phone call, but we'll talk about that when it happens.
What?
No, I'm joking.
Oh.
Tashi said Stricto would pick El Neni over Ozil though. Rolls eyes. Oh mate, it's true though, isn't it?
And then he's my guy.
It's true though, isn't it?
And then he's my guy. And then he can listen. You lot need to stop cussing my guy.
No one cusses El Neni, and then he's been good. No one cusses him. They used
the great El Neni. Remember, he gave Ozil one of his greatest Arsenal moments. Remember that, yeah. If it wasn't for El Neni's pass against Ludogorets, Ozil would not have been.
For Ozil, yeah, that
goal. You need to remember that, right? El Neni's assist, yeah.
Whatever, man. All right, so this is the squad right now, yeah. Oh, well, let me read this comment first from Clincy. He said he needs to respect himself and just leave Arsenal. If he feels he is needed elsewhere, he can go and take a pay cut. He's not needed elsewhere. But the goalkeepers in the Europa League are Leno, Runason, Matt Macy. Whoa, why have we got so many goalkeepers?
Man put 5 goalkeepers.
Yo.
5.
Whoa. All right, anyway. Defenders, Hector Bellerin, Gabriel, Rob Holding, Cedric Suarez, Mustafi, Chambers. Okay, so Chambers is in there. Pablo Mari, this guy's connection's gone again. David Luiz, Kolasinac, Kieran Tierney. And the midfielders are Ceballos, Willian, Maitland-Niles, Thomas Partey, El Neni, and Xhaka. So Emil Smith Rowe is not even in there either, which is... and the forwards are Lacazette, Aubameyang, and Pepe. Oh, okay, they are. He is included. Sorry, Nelson, Saka, Joe Willock, and Smith Rowe are all included as homegrown players. So Smith Rowe is in there. But yeah, that's the squad. That is the squad, man. Where was I with the comments? Wishy Hit says the Ozil situation is up to the board. Apparently, the board have told Arteta not to play Ozil again if he wants to be backed. It's a situation of back asking me back you in return. Okay, fair enough then. If that's the truth, then fair enough. Alistair says, I'm devastated about Ozil. Very angry how he's been kicked out like this. I don't care about the salary. He has spent years earning that credibility. That's so true. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. I've just seen your super chat, me, myself, and I. That was sent ages ago. My bad, if you're still here. Arsenal board equals American corporate culture of dog eat dog. I hate injustices of any form or shape. So I guess you stand with Ozil on that. Chris says Ozil has been. Thank you for the super chat, by the way. Me, myself, and I. What's NOK? What currency is that? North Korea? I don't know. Actually, let me not even embarrass myself. Ozil has been finished at Arsenal for a long time. So many below average performances in big games when we needed him. We're moving forward as a club with Arteta. Ozil is old news. It's boring now. It's not old news though, because he's still hearing it in as a highest earned player. So we need to know because we haven't been given a reason. I feel like if it was given a reason, fans wouldn't talk about it no more. We'll just accept it for where it is and be like, okay, cool, he's not playing. But where we're so in limbo with, is he going to play or not? Like, we want to know who's going to be our creative. We want to know who's going to be our number 10 when we have, like, if questions were answered, we wouldn't be having these type of conversations.
I think what Ozil wants is for the club to give a reason, because then whatever reason they give, they're going to look like the ones in the bad light. He's drawing them out. He's constantly drawing. Like I said to you at the start, every game has his desired outcome. And I think he's drawing them out. He's constantly doing this, doing that, trying to get the club to come out and say something. So he can then counteract it and make the club look bad. That's what I think he's trying to do.
Exactly. Look, Doxy TV Entertainment says, at least if they don't want to play him, they should come out and address what's going on. Because this, honestly, from what I can see, he has proved royalty to us. Yep. Guys, please hit the like button and subscribe. I see you watching, but I don't see you liking. But I won't get onto you too much.
You don't like it. What do you mean? Like it and subscribe.
Like and
Do all of
subscribe.
that. You need to do all of those things that people do. When they do that, like, subscribe, and what's all that? Like, subscribe, and notify. When they do that thing, like all these YouTube people, like, don't forget to like, subscribe, guys.
Yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe. No, but so honestly, let me catch up on your comments because I feel like I'm being very rude. Ozil gives us substance. We'll miss his creativity. For me, Arteta needs to meet with Ozil privately to motivate Ozil. Arteta needs to remind Ozil to bring back his form when he first arrived at Arsenal. But how do you know he's not on form though? Like, how does anyone know that? Because we haven't seen him play.
Yeah, I
How do you
haven't
know he's
seen him
not on
play.
form?
And I think Arteta's spoken to him. I think Arteta would have spoke to him and said, "Yo, it's out of my hands, bro." Do you know what I'm saying? I think they put Arteta in this difficult situation, like,
So
because
difficult.
remember them two were teammates as well.
Mm-hmm.
As his manager, they were also teammates. So there's a
Not only are they
level
teammates,
of
they're neighbors as well. They live on the same road.
there you go.
So it's
You
peak.
know,
Imagine
it's
you're
peak
coming
for
on the
Arteta.
work, and pull up on the road at the same time. It's very awkward. You right? Good. Boss, why are you
But
not playing me? Don't make me come to your front door.
not even boss, like, brother, why you not playing? You get me? But
Yeah.
I think as well, like, so if you remember when we had Wenger,
Mm-hmm.
like, Wenger would never let this run when he was manager. Like, the club couldn't really tell Wenger too much in that aspect of the football thing. Do you know what I mean? But because
Yeah.
Arteta is a new guy, he knows if he wants to continue with the job, he has to toe the line.
Yeah.
I think Wenger would have nipped this in the bud a long time.
Yeah, I believe
So
so. Amit said if he really wanted to help out our mascot without any agenda, he could have contacted Arsenal and said it that way. He'll take a pay cut to keep our mascot. Yeah, we spoke about that's true. Pippa, his teammates told the 12% cut, he didn't. I guess that means he took the 12% cut. Then he comes out saying he would pay for wages for one employee. That makes Arsenal look bad and also puts his teammates in a bad situation. I know, in it, because then, like, people like the other biggest stars and the next biggest stars on the team, I guess, are like Bamiyang for the captaincy, Lacazette. And they're gonna look at that and think, "Right, do I have to start paying wages?" You know what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah, exactly. That's a very,
Mm.
very, very good point. Like, it's so bad that it's got to this, to be honest with you, because I don't want to choose sides for non-footballing reasons. Like, it should just be based on football reasons, and all of this paying wages,
Mm.
come on, like, it's non-footballing. Like, it's got nothing to do with fans. It's got nothing to do with anything else. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's
Mm.
unfortunate, but they both know what Özil knows what he's doing. Do you know what I'm saying? He knows what he's doing, and ultimately, eventually, the club, you could not beat the club. You play
You
that
can't.
game 99%
You're
of the
gonna
time,
lose.
you lose that game
You're gonna.
99% of the time. It's man
Mm.
versus machine. Do you know what I'm saying? You just cannot.
Mm.
No way.
Uh, Dear Dean says Stan sinks up all the money, and you're talking about
Ozil, I
yeah.
just see Ozil out the window. Let me turn my I'll just turn my camera up. That's Ozil's
Oh,
plate.
shush.
Hold on.
Oh, shush, man.
No, no, no. I'll just turn the camera up.
What do you mean you saw Ozil? Where do you live?
No, 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 no. Look out the window. Can you see that G wagon?
That's just someone
Uh
driving a G-Wagon. It's not
no, no,
Ozil.
no, 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 no. It's OZ
You're a
one.
liar.
I'm telling
That's
you.
actually his number plate like that, but you're lying.
I'm telling you. I'm telling you.
You're
What
lying.
the hell?
We need to be
No,
careful.
no.
In our locations, they're coming for us, telling us to be quiet. They're gonna lock off. That's why your connection's moving mad. They're gonna lock off the stream.
Oh,
Wait,
wait.
I'll be serious. Was that actually his one? Because he's got a black one like that.
I swear I saw OZ1 something. My sound's gone.
No way. I can't take you serious.
No, no, rule to rule. I don't. What's up with my sound? Hold on.
I like. What would he be doing there?
I don't live in the hood, you know.
Anyway, Dear Dean was saying Stan sinks up all the money and you're talking about a pay cut. Staffs are being sacked even after players took the pay cut. Tell us where the money is going. That's the conversation. Also, if anyone wants to jump on the stream, DM me or tweet me. You know where to find me. You know where to find me. Diego C. Palace. Hi, Diego. How you doing? Said there's clearly been an impact. Oh, mate, I got an A in English, but what does that say? Been an impasse between employee and employer. It's a shame both parties couldn't find a way forward. Arsenal is a worldwide brand. No one individual can compromise the brand. Yeah, man, it's true. Norbert Jen says, big up Pippa, big up yourself. Says, just subscribe to your channel. Thank you. You guys are doing us Arsenal fans proud regarding Ozil. He should be given another chance. He is still a talented player, for crying out loud. You're one of the very few that believe that, which is still nice to see, because he hasn't really given us a reason for fans to slate him, to be honest. Patrick says 3 out of those goalkeepers are homegrown. That might be the reason why we have so many. Fair enough. Dia Dean said they got 5 goalkeepers so they can keep Ozil out of the squad. Can you imagine? They picked 5 goalkeepers over game. Anyway, let's not even. Duard says, we love Arsenal, but someone has been mishandling our big name players. Just check how they've been leaving the club. Let's look at history right now. Fair enough. Let's have a look at this, because if I remember correctly, Cesc Fabregas said the same thing when he recently came out. No, or was it Robin Van Persie? I think it was Robin Van Persie on Sky Sports one time. He came out when he was a pundit, when he was in the studio, and he came out one time and said that, the way things were handled were not good, and that's why he left. Ozil could have followed in the footsteps of all these players. Cesc said something similar. There's bare players that were big name players that have left because of the way that they were being handled, and the way their contracts were being handled and the way they were being treated for whatever reason. There's something going on. There's an agenda. Are you even there? Or are you frozen? I don't know what's going on. Huh?
There's something going on, 100%.
Because if anyone in the comments remembers what Van Persie said, I can't remember word for word, but it was something along the lines of they was not handling contracts properly, and it's a similar situation to this, but not as bad as this, because no one got frozen out. They just left instead. Do you know what I mean? Vishanu Saju says, thought Pablo Mari was injured until December. We should have put Ozil instead of him and then try selling Deadwood in Jan. Gavin Vaz says, Ozil can do a great job in the Europa League. It's a disgrace leaving him. It's a disgrace. It's a disgrace. Do not let him in the building. The only things he can do are negative. Maybe then he will go to another team in the January window. But where would you see Ozil going, though? Where would you see Ozil going?
Turkey, China.
Oh, really?
Go Fenerbahce, one of them clubs there.
That would make sense, wouldn't it? Siddharth Garg says the board should clarify why they are not giving Ozil at least one chance. He is not even benched for Carabao Cup and now Europa, and he played well and started all initial matches for Arteta. It has to be the board, because if you remember, even under Emery, there were so many games that he didn't play, and then when he came in that game against Nottingham Forest in the Carabao Cup, that 5-0 win, he got subbed off mad early. I remember it clearly. I was sat behind the bench. I got nice seats that game. It was nice. I was behind the bench. I heard things. I could feel the vibe. Do you get me? I was right behind the bench. And when Ozil got subbed off, it was a weird energy, like, between Emery and Ozil. Ozil was mad. He was vexed. Most players are vexed when they get subbed off anyway, but it was mad early. And it was crazy because before he even got to his seat, I think Bellerin came on for him. Someone that hasn't played in a while, either Rob Holding or Bellerin, one defender that ain't played in a while, came on for him and scored before he even reached his seat. So as he's walking off the pitch, before he's even touched his seat, we've scored when we couldn't score for time before that. And it was just like a kick in the teeth. It's like, this guy is just so unfortunate.
He's so pissed that Wenger left.
Do you reckon?
Yeah, he must be, man. That's the only guy that's just had his back.
Yanga Vava says
he played well. He played all right for Wenger.
He did. He definitely did. Yanga Vava says Socrates and Martinelli are the other two who didn't take the pay cut. I know Socrates, but I wasn't aware of Martinelli. But it says, remember, prior to his injury, Martinelli was being left on the bench. So maybe it's something deep because all those three players you mentioned, they're all bench warmers, you know. When you deep it, they're not regular starters.
Mm.
I beg someone pays Wi-Fi bill, man.
Wi-Fi
Oh.
bill.
Someone said he's gonna have to. Mr. Leon says that he's gonna have to retire. Darth Vader says either buy Özil out of his contract to play him or play him. 18.5 million of income generated by the fans is being wasted, isn't it, man? Spread it out between us. To be fair, it'll literally be like 0.01 penny between all us fans.
Real talk though, they need to resolve this. Like they need to resolve it one way or the other. Like it's putting the club in a. The longer you leave it, the worse it's getting. You need to resolve it. Either like you come to some settlement or some conclusion, or you just come to some. You know what? All right, cool, clean slate. Let's leave the past in the past. You don't say what you're saying on Twitter. Moving forward, and we'll just go from there. Like, it
I
has
just
to.
really,
It can't carry on like this.
yeah,
No, people, it can't carry on like this. It just can't.
yeah. I'm moving mad. That's how you know I'm tired. I'm opening my DMs in front of everyone on the stream, boy.
Yes, let me read it.
It's nothing exciting. Nothing exciting. I'm looking for someone's DM.
Can I read some comments?
Yeah, of course, man.
Bring me in.
All right, so I'm going to involve fans into the stream, but normally you would have to join as a member to do this. But you know, we gonna test it out. Hopefully, no one's rude when they jump on the stream. You know what I'm saying? But we're gonna get some fans that are tuned in now to join in.
Yeah, that's good. That's nice.
I say fans, I mean viewers. I don't know what to call you. Leon, I thought you was a moderator already. Can you guys hear the drilling in my house? Leon, comment so I can make you a moderator, please. Chins, you're here. Check your WhatsApp. I can see you commenting. Check your WhatsApp, okay? I don't know. I'll go on for you. Try air my messages. Try air me. You okay? All right. Sorry. Let me get back to the comments. You said you was going to read them, but you haven't started reading.
Weird,
so.
man.
SI Walder says we should reserve judgment as none of us really know why he's not playing. Is he being lame in training and that's why, or is he training fine and being left out for political reasons? We don't know. We will continue to speculate until we get the answers. You know what I mean? We can only just speculate about it. I can't believe I just showed everyone.
And that's why even more the club need to come out and say what's going on, because you're just leaving room for any and everybody and their mother to speculate.
One day, everything behind the Ozil saga shall come to light, or it won't be buried for long. Ozil's too strong, and that's from Our Invincible Man.
That Ozil book will be interesting though. When Ozil writes that book,
I'll be the first one to buy it. I'll be the first. All right, Chins, are you here? Yeah.
Come on.
Where are you? You're just moving around. Like, can you take my stream seriously? How are you, man? How are you?
What's going on? What's going on?
We got Chins. We're talking about Ozil. I can't remember if he was an Ozil fan or not. I'm sure he was.
I can definitely tell you for free. I won't charge you. I'm an Ozil fan.
Yeah,
Ozil fan.
I remember.
Ozil fan.
I kind of remember. So, how are you feeling about all this? Him being frozen out? Like, it's become big
Oh
news.
man, it breaks my Nigerian heart, man, to see the boy he's suffering. Because you know what? One stage you're looking at the situation and thinking, all right, we signed a talented player, when well renowned for what he's capable of. He comes to the club. Throughout the time, he fails to win the league, but he's accomplished other achievements as well with the cups and everything else. Cool. He's doing his thing, you know. Then for about 2-3 years in between contract issues, etc. Eventually, he signs the contract. Cool. We're thinking on the up, bruv. Ever since he signs the contract, politicals. We don't play him. It's to me, it's clearly an issue between him, the representatives of the club. It's beyond football, and even so, we could see that if it wasn't just football, he would have gone and just, mind his own business, just carry on. There's many other
funny.
options around.
Look at this comment from Coffin Guy, and it's crazy because I mentioned this earlier on in the stream. He said if Ozil signs for Jose, it will be so painful to watch, but he won't do it because he is a class player. But I don't know if he's class, after the tweets he sent that to Arsenal. That's not very classy. Let me bring in... Nippon's gone. I was just about to bring him in. Where you gone? One of my subscribers, let's bring you into the stream. Let's see what you think about this conversation. How are you?
Hello? I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. Good. Where in the world are you? Are you in the UK?
Can you hear me?
Kind of.
Yeah.
Oh, Stricto's ducked out.
I am. I'm in the UK.
Chelsea fan, right?
I'm just inside a Pepe restaurant.
Okay. So what do you make of you're a Chelsea fan. I won't get on to you today, maybe another day. But what do you make of the whole Ozil saga?
Oh my God. They're treating him like trash.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's true though. It feels that way.
We'll take him if you want. We'll take him if you want.
Chelsea will take Ozil. I can't see that happening.
You signed every midfielder in the world has gone to your club, like.
Yeah, you don't need him.
Well, he wants to stay in London.
Yeah,
that's why I said he might go to Spurs. Don't be surprised if we see
I was being sarcastic.
Oh, okay.
We can smell it. We can smell it. We can smell it from here. Don't worry.
But I wouldn't be surprised after the way. I wouldn't be surprised because after the way.
Has everyone got a bad connection, or is it just me?
No, it's him.
Oh, okay.
Does it happen to you? But no, I kind of, if he was going to finish, I hear...
After the way the board treated him, I'm not surprised if he goes to the enemy.
No, I'd be very surprised. I don't see that being a part of who Ozil is. I don't see him going to another club in London. I'd be very surprised, even if leaving Arsenal, he would do it one more time. Just because it's been so long since he's actually played. And if I was in his situation, it'd be very simple to just leave the club. But if you really are determined to remain at the club, I'd fight every possible battle to make sure that I remain in the squad.
His level is Everton. Probably not even that. Probably lower than Everton. His level is Newcastle.
Crazy.
Whoa, you're disrespecting the player now because
big time. What is this?
What are you judging that off of? Because we haven't seen him play continuously for a very long time, so we don't know what type of form he is in right now.
True, but nobody rates him.
There's quite a few people that still rate him. There's quite a few people that let me look at stats quickly.
Personally, if I was Arteta, I'd give him one more chance.
In where though?
If he was Arteta, you wouldn't even be in the situation he'd be in, because obviously he's not trying to look at chances. The bottom line is it's a situation that's out of Arteta's control, to what is clear. Again, if it was in his control, we'd be seeing a different situation. It's that simple. And all this criticism and opinionated stuff on Ozil is very simply said silly, because at the end of the day, you're claiming, for your club, you'll take him. But we all know he would be a great asset to a lot of teams. We know this.
Very true.
Yeah.
Let me try and get up his stats.
I'm scared.
You're scared?
Why are you scared?
Someone said in the comments, by the way, that what if he leaves Arsenal and wins the Champions League with another team?
That would be a great accomplishment for him.
Who said that?
Someone.
I can't find that comment, sorry. But if that did happen, I mean, can Arsenal fans be mad about that? I don't think they deserve to be.
No,
I don't think we have a right to.
Were they mad about the Gnabry thing?
No, because when Gnabry left, I don't feel like a lot of fans appreciated him at the time anyway, because you got to remember when he came in. He came in for a replacement for Theo Walcott that had that injury, after the. And he got his chance at Arsenal. And if it wasn't for that chance, I don't think he'll be where he is today, to be honest with you, because he got that chance to play what type of player he was. It's a shame that Arsenal didn't keep hold of him. They decided to keep hold of Walker, Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, because for whatever reason, in English football, he wasn't seen as ready yet. Even when he went to West Brom, apparently he wasn't ready yet. But it's funny how he goes to play in Germany and he's more than ready. You know, he's a better player than you could imagine. So maybe it's who's ever watching over here doesn't see the potential early enough.
What's that racket going on in the background?
Oh, mate.
Hold on, Pippa. I need to connect my phone to the charger.
Carrington Blunt says, besides a couple of FA Cups, what has he done in his whole Arsenal career? Boy.
Not much, if I'm honest with you. I mean, I've watched you win so many FA Cups.
Mm-hmm.
You guys are basically the kings of that competition.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go.
So, 184 appearances for the club in the Premier League. 33
My
goals.
battery might run out, so here we go.
100 wins. 39 losses. We all know he's not good at penalties. That's why it's 0. Even in the Champions League, we won't forget the one that he missed. 54 assists, though, for Arsenal in his career. And that was the thing he was most famous for, the assist king. I mean, I wouldn't say he's done nothing.
Pippa, I'm running out of battery, so I'm going to have to re-enter the stream.
Well, thank you so much for coming on anyway, Nippon. And if any other of my subscribers want to come onto a live stream one day, I'm doing it at the moment, but it is part of one of my memberships to join. So if you want to deal there and have a little conversation, I'm more than up for it. Let me read some of the more comments. Carrington says, name one Champions League team that would take Ozil right now. Thank you. Please, let's play again. And Nippon, name one Champions League team that would take Ozil right now. Oh, he's gone.
Well,
how about you?
To answer that, I'm sure a few Italian teams will take him.
Champions League teams?
I'm sure a few Italian teams will take him. Just depends on the wage situation, literally. If they're willing to pay it or if he's willing to reduce it. Simple as that.
Well, Coffin Guy says, I can't imagine Ozil playing in some other shirt. He is an Arsenal icon player for so many years, and this is the worst way to treat a player.
Which is obvious. It is the worst way to treat a player. Depending on how he sees the player, going a bit far-fetched with the iconic side of things, but I get it at the same time. There was that pedestal for him, but things are different now.
Yeah.
Things are different, so it's a shame. It's all a lot of different opinions, but there's no real facts. The simple fact is Ozil's not playing, and we want to know why.
We want to. That's what we want to know. We just want to know why. Sumo Chef, I think this is a comment for Nippon who joined the stream. We got the subscribers that want to come on. If you ever want to join the stream, just DM me when I'm live. I can send you the link. But he said, disrespect to a once World Cup winner. Don't tell me Ozil can't get into a 25-man squad for Europa. It's a shame the club treated him like trash. Did you see Ozil given a run of games? No, we haven't seen him given a run of games.
To me, this decision to publicize the squad as normal, but to refuse him of being in the squad simply shows that, again, the political side of things are very obvious, and you're not taking this competition seriously because we're not seeing him being a part of the Premier League or any other domestic competitions. Why are you now ruling him out completely of Europe so early in the season?
Yeah. Now, here's a comment.
Without reason.
Saya is trolling because she said, Pippa, imagine Kane, Son, Bale, and Ozil. Don't piss me off. Don't do that.
We all know that if you know what, take this seriously. If there was real consideration that Mesut Ozil to Tottenham could ever happen, there has to be a current Tottenham player to go. All of that, this player, that player mixing together. Come on, man. One of them is gonna go.
Whoa, mind blown. I swear he played under Jose Mourinho at Real Madrid. Brother, do you know they're both, at the moment, I feel like they're both trolling. You know that Mourinho can be a troll. We're seeing that Ozil trolling with the tweets he's at in Arsenal saying, I'll pay your wages for you. I feel like they're going to troll together and say, let's go to Spurs. Remember, you heard it here first, man. Don't be surprised if it happens. Don't be surprised. Don't be surprised.
Nothing surprises us, as we should all be very aware of. But I doubt this could ever happen, man. Seriously.
In cases in footballing matters, I would have thought the inclusion of Partey would pave the way for an Ozil return. Clearly, not seeing the squad selection. Are you in the shop on my stream? I don't understand. Are you okay? Yeah, he's getting muted. Anyway, Nippon, you back? Yeah.
Yeah,
right.
my battery just ran out.
No worries. Citizen K said in footballing matters, I would have thought the inclusion of Thomas Partey would pave the way for an Ozil return. Clearly not seeing the squad selection. I know you're not an Arsenal fan. It's good to get different opinions on the channel. But did you think for a second that now that Thomas Partey has joined Arsenal, it would give him more of a...
Julie.
Yay? Nay? Can you hear me?
Hello?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you.
So do you think Thomas Partey joining the team gives an avenue for Ozil to get back into the squad or not?
Maybe.
Mm-hmm. Reece said he'll
get... Who will he bench? Where will he play?
Exactly. Who would he play over? Would he play over Dani Ceballos? Would he partner up with Xhaka instead?
It'd be a strange rotation.
He can't play DM. He can't play DM.
Well, it wouldn't be an option anyway.
Yeah. Well,
he's
Reece
a number 10.
The PSG team as their midfield is bad, and he'd get ahead of Gaia and Jaxler, and PSG was runners-up in the Champions League. That's a good point, actually. PSG were trying to get a lot of players from the Premier League this window that they didn't manage to get over the line, but they tried. Kamal said if Arsenal had any brains, they would have signed Aouar, and we would end up with the Ozil saga. I'm guessing he's saying the Ozil saga.
People keep saying this. It's not Arsenal who didn't sign Aouar. It's a disagreement between two clubs where one club who was fine to do the deal, but someone in that same club said, nah, raise that. If a team like Arsenal want one of our own, they got to raise that. It can't be coming all cheapskate. That's it.
All right, Tashi, I said this.
Look, Aouar
on my live stream, Tashi. I said it's the Kazoo effect because right now we're seeing Aston Villa and Everton doing bits, and she said we need to strike a deal with Kazoo because both Everton and Villa have been unbeaten, and both of these clubs are sponsored by Kazoo. What are your thoughts? I said this the other night. I said it's the Kazoo effect, mate, because the way these people right now is a joke. It's an absolute joke. I'm enjoying it, to be fair.
Of course, man.
I've always liked Everton, to be honest. Funny how Arsenal fans backed Ozil in 2018 after he did quit the German national team and blamed Germany for disrespect and racism. Oh, how the tables have turned. Yeah, it's true, because a lot of Arsenal fans were in support of him, but when it's your own club, everyone seems to be turning their back on him.
Yeah.
Great insight.
Oh, God. I forgot what I was going to say.
Too many opinions on Ozil. This is the thing. Just because one thing happens, we've got to say so much more upon another thing.
He's a very controversial player.
No security.
I said he's a very controversial player.
What makes you say that? For the things that you see in the papers or in the media?
Yeah.
But on the pitch, is he still not a good player in your eyes?
Of course. Of course. He just needs to show up when it matters.
Kamal says we got past great, fantastic, best news in a long time, but why haven't you sorted out the Ozil situation? I mean, we don't even know what the situation is, so how is it going to get sorted?
Look, if you had got an Aouar, the Ozil's... Look, the thing is with Aouar is he's basically to Lyon what Harry Kane is to Spurs. One of their own. So it's going to take a lot to prize him out of that club.
Harry Kane's an Arsenal fan, but carry on.
Yeah, I know that, but still, you know what I mean.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, it's not uncommon that players in certain teams support rival clubs. For example, I have a prime example for example, Declan Rice plays for West Ham, but he supports Chelsea.
Well, he actually started off at the Chelsea Academy.
Yeah,
he did, and we're trying to bring him back.
Yeah, he actually started off at Chelsea Academy, so I don't think it's any secret that he supports Chelsea. There's so many players in this league that support their rival teams that growing up. Serge Aurier is an Arsenal fan. There's bare Arsenal fans in the Tottenham side, first of all. And then you've got.
But they're not going to show that, are they?
There's pictures of them online. There's pictures of them from when they were younger in their Arsenal shirts. And then you've got loads of Liverpool fans that grew up supporting Arsenal, and it happens, isn't it? Liverpool players, sorry.
Yeah, even in Spain, Andres Iniesta, Barcelona legend. He's a Real Madrid fan.
No, I didn't even know that. Mad.
Isco. I think he was an Arsenal target at one point. I think he supported Barcelona.
But it's their job, innit? You can't just say, I'm going to turn this offer down. I'm going to turn this offer down because as a kid I supported a rival, so I can't take this job. It's their job at the end of the day, innit? So they're gonna.
You run. Oh, my battery's gone again.
Arteta wants his players dying for each other on the pitch. That's why he got Partey. Ozil has never been the type to track back or put in a tackle. Do you see him doing that now? Big up Pippa. That's very true, Carrington. I can't see Ozil being that player. He was one of those players that went down very easily to the ground. He didn't fight enough. Very, very good on the ball though, and off the ball he's even better in my opinion. The vision that he has and the runs that he makes is superb. Do you get it? But he's never going to be that player that goes in for a tackle. But that's what we got Thomas Partey for now. Even Ceballos does it more time as well. But that's why you need collections of players. All right, before we leave, I'm going to round up the stream now. But before we leave, let me ask you all one question. When's the next time you're going to see Ozil playing in an Arsenal shirt?
Who knows?
No, give me a date. Give me an answer.
If it was illegible, I would have said his testimony. So unfortunately, I doubt it will be anytime this year.
Oh, anyone in the comments? Oh, everyone's saying never. Never. I guess that's it. This is the end of Mesut Ozil then, I guess. When was his last game, actually? When was his last game?
My memory's so bad.
I it was against West Ham last season, but I could be so wrong. I don't. Oh no, he played last season. So, Mr. Leon said we'll see him in an Arsenal shirt in a Legends match. I don't think he'll even be invited for that at this point. Yeah, so it is what it is, man. But thank you so much, everyone, for joining the stream. Big up Stricto, big up yourself, Chins, Nippon as well. Any subscribers that want to join the stream in future, just let me know once you're on the stream. But in future, it will be as part of a membership, but I'll be doing it now for this month. But thank you for everyone for tuning in. Don't forget to hit the like button before you leave, subscribe and all that good stuff. And I will see you when I see you, man. It's been real.
Take it easy.
Much we could, but I'm out. See you later, Chins, man.
Peace. Don't mind if I do.